Hi YouTube, this is Joshua and this is video number 2. Video number 2 is based on being an only child. Being an only child has its benefits and it also has its downfalls. I would personally say one of the major benefits of being an only child is being able to accept responsibility for your own actions. Now, the reason I say that is because as a child, you never had the opportunity to pawn off what it was that you did wrong to or to someone else. You've always had to accept what it was that you've done. For example, if you broke a glass, you weren't able to say, "Oh, my brother did it" or "my sister did it." You always had to admit that, "Oh, yes, I broke the glass." So, uh, that being said, I feel that that is one of the major benefits because out of that, in my personal opinion, I have become a more reliable, trustworthy, responsible adult for being able to accept my own actions and being able to admit to my own actions. Um, and that is a quality found in many only children. Uh, and that's my opinion. That's not a scientific fact or anything. Another benefit of being an only child is that you're well in tune with yourself because outside of school and the playground and your friend's house or your friend at your house, once they go home, you're with yourself, while the adults are tending to adult parent things. You are in your bedroom playing with your toys, using your imagination, and being mainly in tune with who you are. And so I would say that that is another plus because, for example, for someone who has siblings, they're constantly being distracted from being, being inside their head. They're constantly being distracted by a sibling messing with something or whatever. So as an only child, you do become more in tune with yourself because you spend more time with yourself other than spending more time with others. So I would look at that as well as another major benefit of being an only child. Now, to get down to the downfalls and then some of the combination of downfalls and benefits, I would say the downfall of being an only child is that it is a very lonely situation. Although I've met some only children who are very much satisfied with being an only child and are very much content with that particular situation. I've also met numerous of only children who felt alone and left out of so many uh, uh, things. For example, you don't have that brother and sister or sister or brother brother bond, and though you may have your parent child bond or your friends from school or your friends from the playground type bond, it is nothing equivalent to a sibling bond. Um, and me personally, I lack that, and I do wish that at some point or another that I had that. Also, the the not so great part of being an only child is that, or should I say, the combination, and this would be like the fact that your parents expect so much from you because you're their only child, you're their mark on this earth. So they want you to excel and do great, which is a benefit because all parents want to see their children do great, whether it's a parent of a single child or multiple children. Every parent wants to see their child succeed at something and do well, but it's more of a pressure on an only child than it is on a parent with multiple children. And I would say the reason I would consider it to be a downfall and a benefit is because, you know, it it does weigh on you as the child. You don't want to let your parents down, and so it becomes a stressor other than a benefit. But the benefit of it is that you have someone on your side backing you and encouraging you to do well. Um, Being an only child, another, I would say, downfall of being an only child is that once your parents are gone, you are pretty much left to yourself. And this goes back to other relationships. No relationship is equivalent to your parent child bond or child parent bond, however you want to phrase it. But the way to feel that is through siblings. And without a sibling, you are pretty much left to be alone after that. So that is my opinion and my thoughts on being an only child, of the downfalls and the benefits. And though most of it is a positive benefit, some of it is, a very lonesome downfall because it is a lonesome feeling of being an only child.